there speaking in support of the MEK. They have enjoyed significant support from the US, from the UK, from Albania itself. Is this genuine? Is it support for them, or is it opposition towards Iran?
It's two things. One, it's opposition to Iran, and you speak a very important truth when you mention that any criticism of the MEK is not to be equated with support for the current Iranian regime. But unfortunately, that is one of the ways in which the MEK has played in American politics, and they've won a lot of the support, including members of Congress and other prominent Americans, as you mentioned. That's one aspect of the story. The other is they have basically bought, with cash, a lot of that support, providing large speaking fees to prominent American figures to speak at their rallies, that sort of thing. I think it's still somewhat of a mystery exactly where all that money comes from, but I think it's a combination of this basically being bought and as you mentioned, trying to equate any kind of opposition to the current Islamic Republic as something to be praised, no matter what the nature of the group involved, and I think it's a loathsome nature when we're talking about the MEK.
And I mean, speaking fees are a thing. If I go and speak somewhere, sometimes I get an honorary or a fee. It really depends, So these speaking fees are normal in many circles, but you touched on something to do with where the money comes from. Is this something that the CIA in your time has ever looked at or sort of tried to trace? Or you can't say.
Possibly. I can't speak directly to that, but I think it's anything like that, and certainly under the current U.S. administration, there would be an awful lot of sensitivity about that sort of thing, and probably hesitation to dig very, very deeply into it. Although, I should mention when the lobbying in favor of the MEK in Washington succeeded in getting them off the U.S. list of foreign terrorist organizations, it was actually back during the Obama administration. So it's not something that is unique to any U.S. administration, Republican or Democrat, in terms of how the whole MEK issue has been handled.
And obviously, they are a target of Iran, and as Albania is hosting them, Albania has been targeted by Iran through cyber attacks. Do you think there is any danger of an escalation in the kind of attacks Albania could face in keeping MEK here? And do you think there's a point where Albania might say it's maybe not worth, keeping them?
There may well be a danger, and I think this relates to what we've just seen transpire over the last 2.5 weeks, the war in which Israel, later joined by the United States, attacked Iran. And the Iranian regime, although I don't think it's on the verge of collapsing anytime soon, is obviously feeling very vulnerable with regard to any kind of opposition. And we've seen it inside Iran since the start of the war, and it continues now. A harsh crackdown on not only genuine opposition, but just suspected opposition. The first priority is to try to find any of those Israeli spies that have been working inside Iran, but the regime's crackdown is going far beyond that. Yes. So it is a part of this, I think, to reach out to any kind of opposition and try to crush it, negate it. And so this is just speculation, but I would not rule it out. And I would say the chances right now today are higher than they have been recently for the Iranians to try to do something about the MEK presence in Albania.